On Global TV News Express, Senate suspends action on tax bill ahead of meeting with Accountant General of the Federation. In business, South Africa eyes lantern reserves for electronic vehicles. On the foreign scene, South Korean president faces impeachment calls after directing material law. And in sports, Crystal Palace Merck to face no formal action over religious message on Rainbow Arm Board. Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to News Express on Global Television. Coming to you live from the nation's capital, Abuja, I am Jumai Manson. A quick reminder that Global Television is on DSTV channel 365 and free to air on Nicomsat. Now the news in full. The First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, has said that the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration is committed to the well-being of Nigerians by ensuring that all citizenry access quality healthcare services. Senator Tinubu disclosed this in Abuja at the 25th anniversary of National Hospital Abuja. She stressed the importance of investing in the health of Nigerians, calling on stakeholders to reflect and contribute positively to the cause, just as she commended the Coordinating Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Mohammed Partey, the Chief Medical Director of the hospital, Professor Mohammed Raji, and all the staff members of their commitment to improving the health and well-being of the citizens. The Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, has disclosed that President Bola Tinubu is committed to accountability on tax bills and will always act in the interest of Nigerians. The minister, in a statement issued in Abuja, welcomed the new tax reform bill, saying it was commendable. Idris added that it was very inspiring to see Nigerians from all walks of life coming across to express their views and opinions on the new law, which was a matter of critical and national importance. Over now to the Senate has directed its Committee on Finance to hold further deliberations on the tax bill until the outcome of the high-level meeting with the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF. The announcement was made during plenary session by the Deputy Senate President, Senator Barau Jibrin, who disclosed that a special committee had been informed to address the contentious provision in the bill. The crucial meeting with the AGF is scheduled to take place December 5th, 2024 to resolve the continuous issue concerning the proposed tax bills. Human rights lawyer and social critic Dele Farotimi has been arraigned before a chief magistrate court in Ado-Ekiti over the alleged defamation and subsequently remanded in prison. Farotimi was accused of defaming legal icon Ara Afe Babalola San. According to reports, Farotimi's arrest has been largely condemned on the social media after he was picked up in Lagos by the police and moved to Ekiti State, where he was detained ahead of his arraignment. Meanwhile, the former vice president of Nigeria and 2023 presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Atiku Abubakar, has strongly condemned the arrest and detention of lawyer and human rights advocate Dele Farotimi. Atiku, in a statement, described the incident as a disturbing reminder of Nigeria's oppressive military dictatorship era, criticizing the use of state force to suppress dissent and limit free expression. The Nigerian Army has organized a workshop aimed at enhancing cooperation between the military, media, and other security agencies to address the growing challenges posed by the digital media landscape. The event, held at the Nigerian Army School of Public Relations and Information in Giri, Abuja, brought together security and paramilitary representatives, media professionals, and online publishers. Kike Lomo Okere has the details.
The workshop themed Leveraging Digital Social Media Influence for Effective Military Operation Within a Joint Environment was designed to explore how media can serve as a force multiplier in supporting military operations. The Acting Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, who was represented by the Chief of Civil Military Affairs, Major General Nosakare Ubu, emphasized the media's pivotal role in supporting the Army's constitutional duties in promoting the national security. He commended the media for their roles in reporting the Army's achievements and reinforcing the need to combat fake news to foster public confidence in the military.
The media shapes not only the public perception, opinion, and narratives, but also influences and galvanizes public support, which is a vital variable for operational successes. To this end, the continuous and seamless collaboration between the Nigerian Army and the media must be maintained at all times.
The Director of Army Public Relations, Major General Onyema Nwanchukwu, highlighted the crucial roles of the media in shaping public perception, particularly in the era where digital platforms often fueled misinformation and disinformation. He noted that while social media presents opportunities for the military to communicate its successes, it also poses risk by spreading false information that can undermine public trust and national security.
Ladies and gentlemen, is also organized as part of efforts by the Nigerian Army to further enhance the existing relationship amongst stakeholders in information management, the Nigerian Army and the public in the interest of national security and nation building.
The Commandant, Nigerian Army of Public Relations and Information, Lieutenant General Adamu Ngude, announced his plans to modernize NASPRI, transforming it into a world-class institution aimed at equipping Army personnel with advanced skills to navigate modern media challenges. He says the workshop is aimed to strengthen the partnership between the military and the media to foster understanding, improve information management, and craft positive narrative to back national security efforts.
It is high time we realize that in modern warfare, the media plays a pivotal role for any successful military operations. This is because the media space has become the ultimate decider of who wins or loses the war. Therefore, the need to always collaborate with media for successful military operations becomes paramount for promoting the right narrative and messaging.
The workshop elaborates the importance of seamless collaboration between the Nigerian Army and the media in achieving national security goals. Kikelomo Okeri, Global Television News.
Thank you, Kike, for that report. The Joint Security Task Force in Imo State, also known as Operation Udoka, has said it has discovered some shallow graves in Aku community, Ogigwe local government area of the state, where members of the proscribed indigenous people of Biafra, IPOD, and the ARM affiliate, the Eastern Security Network, ESN, allegedly buried their victims. The shallow graves were discovered during a clearance operation at Aku community, which has been under siege by a suspected IPOD leader, Ifeanyi Okorenta. Also, the Joint Security Task Force during the raid said they recovered several stolen vehicles, armed ammunition, and explosive devices. An unconfirmed number of travelers have been confirmed dead after a vehicle conveying them ran an explosive planted along the Dasadao-Gasao Road in the Maru local government area of Zamfara State. According to reports, the explosives were planted by some bandits after the completion of community work on the road. An anonymous source, a resident of Yartasha village, narrated a community work was recently conducted on the road and the bandits used that opportunity to plant a device at one of the spots. Confirming the incident in a statement made available to newsmen, the coordinator, Joint Media Coordination Center, Joint Task Force Northwest Operation, Fansariyama, Lieutenant Colonel Abubakar Abdullahi, acknowledged the report regarding the suspected bandits planting explosives along the Dansadao-Gasao Road, which unfortunately led to some destruction. Meanwhile, the Public Relations Officer, Zamfara State Police Command, Yazid Abubakar, when contacted, stated that he has yet to confirm the incident, noting that he could not ascertain the number of casualties and those injured. Consultations on the federal government's National Digital Economy and e-government bill have continued nationwide, with the latest in Imo State. The bill aims to establish a legal framework for digital governance while driving economic growth, transparency, and innovation. Here is our correspondent, Amarachi Ibe's report.
In Owerri, Imo State capital, in a roundtable discussion, stakeholders from various sectors convened to deliberate on the bill. Presenting an overview of the bill, Digital Economy Legal Consultant Chukwudi Chimezie emphasized that the bill aims to ensure economic transformation and digital access for all, with potential to increase access to government services as well as protect privacy and security.
And the National Assembly, in their wisdom, they said this bill has to go round Nigeria and the FCT to ensure that everybody's input is taken, everybody's consideration is taken. We've been touring around Nigeria talking about this bill and what it promised, and we've also been getting feedbacks. This is why we've come to Owerri today to have this stakeholders engagement, to deliberate on this bill together and ensure that this bill actually caters for us.
Imo State Commissioner for Digital Economy and E-Government, Chimezie Amadi, says the state's vision aligns with the objectives of the bill, noting that it is essential that the needs and priorities of the states are incorporated to ensure no community is left behind in digital evolution.
In Imo, we want to remain digitally ahead, just like our governor is already driving digital transformation and digital diffusion across all the sectors in Imo State. This bill will support the efforts of the governor because the federal government will now see the reasons to support what His Excellency is doing by investing more in trying to close the infrastructural gap, in trying to protect the cyberspace so that people will have more confidence to embrace digital technology across all the sectors of the economy.
Stakeholders at the event who deliberated on the bill made suggestions and recommendations on enhancing the bill.
Gathering to consider the National Digital Economy and E-Governance Bill, then to go through it and also make contributions. First, a lot of things will be made easy to access, documents will easily be transferred, land matters will be easily traced, checkmate a lot of things, and also bring development, make governance easier, and make traceability of information a lot easier too.
Because of the involvement of the 4th Industrial Revolution, which Imo State have keyed in through our amiable governor, distinguished Senator Hope Uzodimma. 100% in support of this bill that have been introduced to us today. We will give every legislative support to make sure that this bill passes in Imo State.
Stakeholders in Imo State remain optimistic that their contributions will shape a comprehensive and impactful policy. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
Thank you, Amarachi, for that report. Also in Imo State, a bid to ensure the development of quality infrastructure across Imo State, Governor Hope Uzodimma has been touring various ongoing projects aimed at addressing the state's infrastructure gaps and improving the quality of life for its residents. Amarachi Ibe was on the governor's entourage and now reports.
Governor began his tour at the Emmanuel Iwuanyanwu Convention Center in Owerri, a flagship project designed to transform the state into a hub for national and international events. The convention center, once completed, is expected to boost tourism, create job opportunities, and elevate Imo State's profile on the global stage. The governor moved to the Control Maria Assumpta Cathedral flyover, a critical infrastructure project aimed at easing traffic congestion in the state capital. The flyover is expected to significantly improve the flow of movements within Owerri.
So all we have seen is all the facility and international conference center, 80% complete. We saw the flyover at Assumpta Cathedral roundabout, almost 70% complete. You've come to Olu, you've seen the road, the Banana Junction to Eziashi, and the government house are next. In our quest to decentralize government, we have taken it upon us to build a government house annex in Olu and another one in Okibu.
Next on the list was the ongoing rehabilitation of Eziachi-Olu Road, a key link road connecting several communities. This road, which has long been in a state of disrepair, is being revitalized to enhance access and improve transportation for residents. Governor Hope Uzodimma also visited the new government house annex. He commended the contractors for staying on the track with the project timeline and emphasized the importance of such projects in boosting governance efficiency.
It's not only a federal road, it's also connecting some other states. From here I can get to Anambra State, from here can get to Akwa Ibom State and Abia State. And the level of devastation is so alarming that ordinarily one will assume that it's above the strength of a state government. But we have borrowed courage somehow to see how we can rescue our people from this malady.
Some residents of Eziachi expressed gratitude to the governor for reconstructing the road.
Before now it has been flooded, and in fact I don't even follow this road going back home from because of the flood. Sometimes there are cases of where children are being drawn along the line. So it's a very serious problem.
The governor also visited the Imo State Teaching Hospital, Olu, where a 200-bed medical facility is being constructed, which is expected to significantly improve the healthcare service for the people of Imo State. Governor Hope Uzodinma shifted his focus to the Umuchima erosion site, a long-standing ecological challenge threatening the livelihood and safety of residents in the south and north of the state, assuring the communities that his administration is fully committed to controlling the erosion and preventing further damage to the area. He expressed confidence that the project will be completed in record time with significant improvement to both the environment and the safety of residents. With the governor's assurance and ongoing efforts to address key infrastructure needs, residents remain hopeful that these projects will bring long-lasting improvement to the state, enhancing the well-being and quality of life for all. From Owerri, Amarachi Ibe, reporting for Global TV News.
Over now to the House of Representatives has resolved to investigate the Abuja Rehabilitation Center located in Buhari Area Council and the Social Protection Programs of the Federal Capital Territory Administration, FCTA. The resolution followed the adoption of a motion on the need to investigate the Abuja Rehabilitation Center and the Social Protection Program of the FCT, sponsored by the member representing Oshodi Isolo 1 Federal Constituency, Lagos State, Bashiru Dawodu. Speaking about the motion, the Lagos lawmaker noted that on October 22, 2024, the FCT administration declared war on the street, begging to restore Abuja's image and enhance security, adding that majority of beggars are individuals with disabilities, with other contributing factors including Algerian internal displaced persons, poverty, unemployment, and cultural factors. You are watching News Express on Global Television, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. When News Express returns, South Korean president faces impeachment, calls after darkening marital law. Details of this, as well as business and sports stories, coming right after this break. Please stay with us. You're welcome back, and if you're just tuning in, this is News Express on Global Television. Thank you for staying with us. On our business desk, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has disclosed that South Africa will keenly support the bid of Nigeria to become a member of the G20 club of the world's major economics. Ramaphosa gave the promise at the official launch of South Africa's presidency of the G20 in Cape Town. Special advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, revealed this in a statement titled, South Africa Eyes Nigerians Lantern for Electronic Vehicle Revolution, backs Nigerians' bid to join G20. The South African leader reiterated this stance during its tete-a-tete with President Bola Tinubu and the expanded meeting with officials of both countries at the BNC. The Group of 20 is a premier international forum for economic cooperation, bringing together the world's major advanced and emerging economics. The Nigerian Customs Service, NCS, has initiated a collaboration with the Independent Petroleum Marketers Association of Nigeria, IPMAN, to tackle petrol smuggling out of the country. The Comptroller General of Customs, Adewale Adeni, represented by the Assistant Comptroller General of Customs in charge of enforcement, inspection and investigation, Timi Bamodi, met representatives of the group in Abuja to strategize on modalities to stop illegal petrol exports. According to a statement from the service, the collaboration involves the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority and Dangote Refinery. This is according to a statement from the service. Bamodi told the stakeholders that petrol smuggling must be stopped in the interest of the nation's economy, emphasizing the critical role of collaboration between the NCS and IPMED in curbing this menace. He also highlighted the importance of geospatial surveillance and group operation under the NCS Operation Whirlwind. On the foreign scene now, Namibia's ruling SWAPO party have been declared winner of last week's disputed election, ushering in the Southern African country's first woman president after a disputed vote that the main opposition has already said it does not recognize. The election authority announced that Vice President Ntombo Nadi Owatwe took just over 57% of ballots, followed by the candidate for the main opposition, Independent Patriots for Change, IPC. With 25.5%, the election authority announced 72-year-old Nnamdi Idawat became the first woman to rule the mineral-rich Southern African country that has been governed by the Southwest African People Organization, SWAPO, since independence from apartheid South Africa in 1990. The November 2017 election was a test of SWAPO's 34 years grip on power, with the IPC attracting some support from younger generations more concerned by unemployment and inequality than loyalty to liberation-era parties. South Korean lawmakers have called on the President Yoon Suk Yeol to resign or face impeachment after he declared martial law only to reverse the move hours later. Triggering a political crisis in Asia's fourth largest economy, the surprise declaration ignited a standoff with Parliament, which rejected its attempt to ban political activity and censored the media as armed troops forced their way into the National Assembly building in Seoul. The main opposition Democratic Party called for Yoon, who has been in office since 2022, to resign or face impeachment. And on our sports news, Serial Palace captain Mark Kashi will reportedly face no formal action from the Football Association FA, despite adding a Christian message to his rainbow armband in defiance of a warning over the display of religious messages. The player and the club have been reminded of FA kit regulations after he wore an armband with the handwritten message, "I love Jesus," in Saturday 1-1 draw with Newcastle Palace manager Oliver Kendall appealed for calm over the issue after his side's win at Portham Road. Even though Kesham has not been punished, his father John, a church minister, criticized the FA for issuing a reminder. And now to End News Express, here's a summary of our top stories again. We brought to you that the Senate has directed its Committee on Finance to hold further deliberations on the tax bills until the outcome of a high-level meeting with the Attorney General of the Federation, AGF. In business, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa has disclosed that South Africa will keenly support the bid of Nigeria to become a member of the G20 club of the world's major economies. On our foreign news, South Korean lawmakers have called on President Yoon Suk Yeol to resign or face impeachment after he declared martial law only to reverse the move hours later, triggering a political crisis in Asia's fourth largest economy. And finally, in sports, Serial Palace captain Mark Kersh will reportedly face no formal action from the Football Association FA, despite adding a Christian message to his rainbow armband in defiance of a warning over the display of religious messages. That's it on News Express on Global TV, and it came to you from the nation's capital, Abuja. Now, a quick reminder that Global TV is on DSTV channel 365, on Star Times channel 276, and free to air on Nicomsat. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms now showing on your screen by using @Global TV NG. I am Jumai Manson. Thank you for watching.